Welcome back to another Trading Journal entry. Today is September 26, 2025. It's New York session as always. This is the 40th trade out of 100. Second month completed. We have 60 remaining. Today's result was one win, one contract, and a P&L of $900. As always, our risk reward ratio, 1.5 for consistency purposes. Man, this is going to be one of the longest Trading Journal entries so far yet. I mean, we might hit 1 hour. I'm going to do my best to make this shit as short as possible, but we do have so much data that we need to go over. And overall, just today's session was absolutely insane. Just to show you, it is 8:52 a.m. I took my trade around 7:02 a.m. Well, that's exactly when I entered it. Looking at the screen here, but yeah. So I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible because you guys know it is the end of the month, and you already know with last month we have to do like the complete summary of this month and how we did and all that, analyzation, all of that. So I will be pausing here and there to make sure we don't just yap a lot, because I do that. But anyway, so let's just make this quick. This is going to be a little tricky because my charts do look a little crazy today. It's not like I have like 70 drawings on there. It's just like it's just so big, like everything's just in the way. But anyway, so today's bias was bearish overall, though not very clear until later during market open. Despite bearish news at 5:30 a.m., price action initially pushed bullish. So yeah, we had bearish news at 5:30 a.m. and price action just did not give a fuck about it. Anyway, however, higher time frame context was heavily bearish. Price action inside a 15-minute bearish order block, 1 hour bullish and bearish order blocks stacked just above each other. 4-hour bearish imbalance zone just above all of those as well. And then to the downside, there was like at least a gap this big, and then under that gap was just a 4-hour bullish fair value gap, but it was only 2. So that told me a lot. So my setup this is gonna sound a little crazy, and it's not gonna be necessarily following the strategy here, but it is following the setup. And again, I've systematized my strategy to the point where that's the whole point of this month. But anyway, 5-minute bearish SMT spotted during prep bias. 5:35 a.m. 5-minute bearish inverse fair value gap formed at highs, and then a liquidity sweep from London highs. Price action pressed into a high time frame bearish imbalance, or pressed into high time frame bearish imbalances, including a bearish order block. Price gave bullish confluences, SMTs, fair value gaps, but context pointed toward sweeps and fakeouts, which I got that from due to just volatility and how price action was moving and the fact that we swept London highs. Anyway, by 6:30 a.m., price action consolidated for about 30 minutes into high time frame zones, 5-minute bearish inverse fair value gap retrace, and then a medium impact bearish news release, and then including a multiple bearish SMTs, which gave me confirmation. ChatGPT said that. Quite frankly, we just went off of context here, including that 5-minute bearish inverse fair value gap retracement, and that's just with the bearish order block that was there as well on the 1-minute time frame, and then including the bearish SMT that was there as well. That was clearly visible. So I wasn't just gambling off of news. So hold your horses. Entry though. Short entered at 7:02 a.m. upon retracement into 5-minute bearish inverse fair value gap and a third bearish SMT. Bearish order block formed on this retrace. Strong confirmation. Stop loss set at invalidation above order block. Take profit aligned with liquidity line. Adjusted to secure profit target completion for the week. And then risk reward ratio 1.5. What I did well. We'll get into all of that after I show you the charts. As always, let's make this as quick as possible, man, because we just have so much to go over, and it's just going to be an insane day. I have like multiple tabs open right now. I got like 3 tabs on Chrome, and then an extra one on Google Sheets, Notepad, all that. It's insane. And then OBS and then Training View. Anyway, so 5-minute time frame, as you can see, all this, you can see this 5-minute inverse fair value gap, and then I had this right here, 15-minute, 5-minute, 3-minute fair value gap. That's bullish. And then we had this 1-minute bullish order block, and you can see I put all this after this 5-minute bearish SMT that I spotted. You can see all this, right? And then following up into 5:35 a.m., we had this. This was the London sweep of highs, and then we formed this 5-minute bearish inverse fair value gap, which was, had to be invalidated like on this candle. Sorry. And then anyway, moving down into this area, this specific area right here, just this zone in general, this was the big decision point. We were sandwiched between high time frame bearish imbalance confluences, and then we had all of this, but then we also had this big load of junk. So with that being said, we consolidated for a bit. As you can see on the 5-minute time frame, 3-minute does not look as pretty as well. There you go. 1-minute looks even worse. You wouldn't even want to see it. Yep, I know. Anyway, 5-minute time frame though, as you can see, at New York Open we had a bearish SMT, and then like at 6:40 a.m. we had another bearish SMT, and then at 7 a.m. when news dropped we had another bearish SMT, and yeah, there you go. So yeah, upon all of this, this had to be quick. I had to do this very quick. Thank God I was able to I had 4 tabs of these open. So I was switching back and forth like crazy, using 1-minute and 3-minute on one tab, and then 5-minute and 15-minute on the other, and then same and so forth for S&P. Where am I? There we go. So this is a little tricky here, but sweep of London highs, which is a liquidity grab, seeing how news moved, or how price action moved due to news at 5:30 a.m. told me everything I needed to know with how price action and volatility wasn't at play for pre-market New York session. Moving into 3 bearish SMTs, and then, well, it's 2 bearish SMTs, and then a third following at 7 a.m. And then we had this bearish order block on 1-minute time frame, and then a retracement, as you can see, good retracement into this 5-minute bearish inverse fair value gap, which I then placed my entry, as you can see, at the half line, hoping for continuation. But at this point, we already had really good continuation. As you can see, this 1-hour bearish order block, we literally got blocked. We literally blocked price action from going any further. Bearish SMT played a massive part in that as well. News as well, finally registering at 7:02 a.m. somehow. Yeah, this was just all bearish. And if I can't prove that any more than just by words, then please, by all means, analyze. But I did my job. I did my work. As you can see, there's also a bigger bullish 1-hour order block, but that was completely disregarded by the fact that we almost wicked past it. But even if we did, we would still have to deal with this hunk. Yep. This is not one massive bearish inverse or bearish fair value gap or inverse. This is just a total of like 6 or 5 different, bearish fair value gaps, and they're just stacked on top of each other like consecutively. So I just made one big zone, and then so yeah, we were already in that zone as well, as you can see right here at the bottom, this line. So yeah, we were just all bearish. We were literally in a bearish zone. Like, man, this is Mega Knight, okay? This is Mega Knight. You throwing a goblin at a Mega Knight. Be for real. Anyway, upon retracement, I got my entry, executed immediately. I could have gone for a full TP here. If anything, in all real, of course, I'm always going to be honest, and I've been doing this, and I think I'm going to continue doing this as long as we're in assessment. But I would have set my TP here at this red key level, and that would have been it for me today. As you can see, price action went even lower, past the gap, and then into this 4-hour bullish fair value gap zone. That's only 2 bullish fair value gaps on the 4-hour time frame. But we did hit this liquidity line. I believe this is either Asian lows or London lows. But yeah, so we did sweep liquidity twice, actually. These other ones are just extras that I spotted from other wicks, like long wicks, that I would want to consider in case price action moved, this way, and then finally got my entry. You always got to prepare. But anyway, yeah, now we're consolidating. Cool. But yeah, as you can see, I got clean entry, no cap here, no BS as always. I play fair. I'm always honest with myself, and I have to be because, again, at the end of the day, this is for me, and I need to be able to tell if I can literally do this combine or not. Because, man, I'm not selling no courses. I got no community right now. I'm just trying to be honest with myself so that I don't spend $200 taking a top step combine and failing it because I thought I was hot shit and I lied to myself. But anyway, with that being said, and with all that, yeah, look at that. With that all being in play and we're finally done for this month in total, we can now exit. So, wow, it looks crazy in here. With that being said, though, let's get into what I will, or what I did well, what I will improve in today's notes, and then move on to this month's total, data analysis. So what I did well: trusted high time frame context despite low time frame bullish signals, stayed patient through volatility, indecision around 6:30 a.m. to 7 a.m. Maintain discipline and execution despite emotional pressure. 40th trade milestone, plus final mock-up test day. Manage risk precisely and set TP aligned with weekly target, not greed. Come on now. What I will improve: continue strengthening confidence during fakeouts conditions where price action gives mixed bias signals. Although I did really good today, it's not flawless. I did have a lot of struggle when all those bullish, because it kept showing me bullish confluences, but I had to keep in mind the bearish context from high time frame. And although I kept that in mind, it was just seeing that bullish confluence just lining up around, like, I think it was 6:30 a.m., that consolidation period. I was starting to consider if I should flip bias or not. But I just had to keep everything in mind, London sweep, or London sweep of highs, high time frame context of bearish, just everything in play. I just had to keep in mind all of that and just not get FOMO, because I'm more than willing to stretch, although that actually would hurt my feelings somehow, but I wouldn't want to stretch it out to next week, because the whole point of this doing it in 1 week was to see how we react emotionally under pressure, not just in like, oh no, I have to finish it in 1 week, but like, today I felt very anxious, very, very anxious, and this was the most anxious I've ever felt, even more than in August, because performance anxiety, and I've been struggling with that all my life, man. Just I can do the best in anything, bro. I promise you that. I put that on everything. I could do the best in anything, but the second a camera is on, the second I am on stage, the second someone is watching, or the second it's something significant like this, I will literally get so anxious and I'll just scare myself to the point where I start doubting. And I was basically fighting with myself internally today, and I prevailed. Man, whole lot of fucking BS, I'll say that. But anyway, yeah, so what I will improve, continue strengthening confidence during fakeouts. But yeah, so work on lowering emotional anxiety response. That sun is beaming this eye right here. Might have to close my blinds, but I'm trying to let my fish have some sun. Anyway, continue strengthening, or I already read that. Work on lowering emotional anxiety response under combine-like pressure. This is performance anxiety, which I struggle with. Completely normal. I put that part for ChatGPT because, again, we are having ChatGPT analyze my data to see whether I am capable or getting the green light for the combine test, the real one from Top Step. Anyway, notes. 1 sec. I'm going to pause this and close my blinds right here. All right, we are back. Notes. Today's session highlights why patience, awareness, and risk management matters. I'm proud of how I handled the market and my growth since last month. Key lessons: high time frame context overrides clean looking low time frame bullish signals, especially when news impact is weak. Because although we did have news, it was low impact to medium impact. It was not high impact like red folders from Forex Factory that I saw. But yeah, emotional challenge, nerve-wracking knowing this was my 40th trade and final combine mock-up day, but I trusted my strategy and past lessons. past lessons, as in using high time frame context, you know, especially when it's, you know, literally such a high amount of imbalance like that. So yeah, outcome, clean execution, steady discipline, confident result. This confirms to me that I can realistically handle combine pressure and pass the real test. Because although I gave myself a week to, you know, just put myself under pressure voluntarily, I would have as much time as I need as long as I followed the rules if I was taking a real combine test. And that eases my mind in so many ways that you guys can't imagine, man. That just eases my mind in every way possible. I don't advocate for it, you know, to just rush it. Of course, you genuinely would want to, you know, do it as soon as possible, but rushing is a whole different aspect and term. Take your time, in my opinion, you know, just do your best. And if you don't see an entry, don't take an entry. If you don't feel right, don't even do it, man. You don't have to trade every single day. And I hate that, you know, that's sort of what I guess everybody says in this community, that you have to trade every day. No, you don't. Because if I wake up one day, of course, during assessment, I'm pushing myself to trade every day, you know. But again, if I don't feel like trading that day, or I just feel off, I'm not going to take a trade. If I'm late, I'm not going to take a trade. If I wake up late, let's say wake up at 6:30 a.m., I'm not going to trade, you know, et cetera, et cetera. But I'm still going to do my best no matter what. And pushing myself is one of those things, and staying disciplined adds on top of it. So yeah, that's the notes right there. Let's close that out and let's get into everything else. Let me set it all up. I'm going to pause this real quick. It's going to be like a split second for y'all. All right, welcome back. So this is what we were capable of doing during September. As you can see, we did have some days where we did not trade. We did have 2 losses, and it doesn't say that here, but that's because those losses, it wasn't a losing day. Again, my losses, I will always try to make sure that my losses do not amount to my wins. And as you can see, my wins are very big as of now. Compared to last month, if I show you, I went from making $50 to $167, $543, $287 to making, you know, thousands of dollars, almost even 2,000 on literally the first week, the second day of the first week. So we're making big plays now. Risk management is at play. This day's a losing day. It could have been like, I think, a $400 day or like a $500 day, but I think my second trade was a loss. So yeah, we had to account for that. But my losses do not amount to my wins, as you can see what I mean when I say that, and it shows now. So we have 15 wins in total. That's including mock-up combine week, which is this week. Yeah, just look at the net P&L for this month in total. We made $13,350. If I made that on an XFA, man, I'm taking a nap. I'm not taking no trip. I'm not buying no nothing. I'm taking a nap, bro. I'm taking a nap. I would hibernate. But hey, we did great. And as you can see, I blocked out next week, which is technically like, again, like I said, I think I mentioned this week, but there's an additional week to September. And I just blocked it out because it's a mix between September and October, which I was going to use as an extra week for this mock-up combine test. Or if I pass, you know, in 1 week, which I did, I'm going to use that week to gather my thoughts, you know, reassess everything. And as you can see up here, ChatGPT trading progress analysis, I have not read it yet. That's the crazy part. I have not read it yet. I don't know if I got the green light for the real combine test or not. Again, I'm confident. I feel good. I'm ready to take it. I'm dead ass ready. Like if I get the green light, I'll get that combine test. And we'll do it like what? I guess October 6th, and then, you know, October 6th, and then see how we do throughout, you know, that combine. I will try to document it and treat it as a normal assessment and whatnot. But yeah, so this is my calendar tracker that I have in Sheets. It's all automatically calculated, which is pretty fucking cool, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm really nervous right now. With the data I have right now, I literally have, look, where is it? Oh, well, it's gone. But I have everything. So all the trading journal entries I have in my notes, as you know, as I've shown for the past 2 months now. I have all of it in here, but I also have it in Google Documents, and it's way cleaner. And I have PDF files for it. So I have 4 PDF files for August, and that's like each week 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have September, week 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this would be like week 1, week 2, and then, you know, etc. And then we also have PDF documents of our calendar trackers, and I sent that all to ChatGPT and used a prompt for it to analyze. I am so nervous right now. My heart's beating out of my chest. I did mention that if I didn't feel ready and I got the green light, then I wouldn't take the test because I'm not ready. I don't feel ready. What's the point of going for it, you know? But I did say that if I do get the green light and I'm ready, then I will do it. Obviously, if I feel ready and I don't get the green light, then I can't do it because ChatGPT is seeing something that I cannot. And it's always better, you know, because I don't, man, who am I going to talk to? Am I going to text TGR? No, he has 1 million followers. There's probably like bots. It's probably like a bunch of bots texting him. Hey, would you like to buy our course? I don't know. But I don't have anybody to talk to about, you know, this day trading stuff and get advice from, or, you know, any mentorship. So the only people I can really talk to is myself, or use ChatGPT for its true purposes, which is, I believe, being an assistant or at least helping, which is what it was created for, by the way. But let's just get into it, man. I'm stalling so hard and my heart's racing. Okay, so you can see the prompt I use and then the PDF files I sent. I asked for like unbiased opinion, which, you know, is very important, all that, and then all this. So yeah, you can read that if you want. Here's a complete impartial analysis. Okay. Impartial analysis of your August to September trading journal and P&L data. I need to hit my neck because I'm so nervous. Anyway, so where was I at? I'll break this into sections for clarity and stay strictly evidence-based, referencing only what's documented in your journals and trackers. August 2025, first demo month. Okay, micros. Skill in trading, execution strategy. You consistently followed your strategy rules, often marking out high time frame levels, SMT divergences, breakage structures, order blocks, and fair value gap and / inverse fair value gaps before entries across 13 wins and no recorded losses. You executed clean setups and avoided forcing trades on days without confirmations. And it has like sources it used, which is it used all my PDF files. Crazy, but consistency. Win rate. Win rate was 100%, 13 wins, 0 losses. Let's go. While this shows discipline, it may also reflect a cautious approach. Several no trade days, average P&L. Oh, sorry. I'm not seeing the periods. I'm like reading past the grammar. Ooh, sorry. It may also reflect a cautious approach. Several no trade days. I believe this is wrong. I've discussed this last month. At the end of August, we had this same scenario where, you know, ChatGPT did all this for August, and I did talk to ChatGPT and I did, you know, explain myself saying like, it wasn't no trading days. I just didn't either get a clean setup or clean, you know, entry validation, or it was like due to news and whatnot, like Powell. So it's not like I'm being cherry picking or anything, if that's the term that I hear a lot. I try to trade every single day. So it's, if I don't feel right, if I don't feel like trading again, then I'm not. So this right here is just kind of still biased. So that's why I try to make that prompt, but whatever. Average P&L per trade was smaller, suggesting conservative contract sizing and focus on execution rather than scaling. Of course, because it's an assessment, buddy. The prompt wasn't very clean. If that's on me, honestly. So, knowledge and setup recognition. August showed rapid improvement. Early in the month, you needed to reference notes, but by mid-month, you reported remembering all steps instinctively. Setups became more fluid and less reliant on external checks. Psychological control, discipline. You respected no trade conditions, avoided FOMO during Powell's speech, and stayed out of chop days. This restraint was strength, emotions, and mindset. Anxiety was still present. Platform frustrations, yes. Trading view triggered irritation, but did not lead to revenge trading, of course, because I'm not going to fight a platform, man. I can't contact the CEO and be like, fix this. But patience, evident growth, waiting for confirmation and bias alignment before entering trades. August 20th, discipline during consolidation. I think I've been doing that a lot now, so. And then this is September, okay. Quantitative results, total P&L. It's not bad. Yeah, okay, so September. Can we just full? Yeah. September. 2025 minis, mock combine, all that. So skill in trading, execution of strategy. You scaled from micros to minis effectively, immediately booking large single contract wins, $1,910 on September 2nd, $875 on September 5th. Unlike August, you occasionally took multiple trades per day, managing both winners and small losses. I don't know what EG means, but EG September 8th, 1 win, 1 loss still, $465. I don't know if I mentioned the second loss on that one day I showed you guys right here. But anyway, consistency, P&L growth accelerated, $13,350 profit across the month. Wow. You logged 16 wins and only 2 losses, maintaining high reliability even under larger size. Average RR improved. September overall 2.27 over 1. Combine week. Damn. I went crazy this week, huh? Wow. 4.83 over 1. Knowledge and setup recognition. Let me take off my glasses for this. Oh, why is it so bright, bro? I can't see. Like, I got night shift, man. This is gonna hurt. I actually can't see. Everything's bright as hell. It's like glowing. Holy dude, bro. You know, like when you wake up and it's all blurry? That's what I'm getting right now. Wow. Anyway, where was I at? Knowledge and setup recognition, documented improvement in SMT, order block, and fair value gap stacking, multiple entry site spotting SMT before indicators. And, well, this is incorrect. It should say spotting order blocks before indicators, but okay. And S-tier setups. Bias recognition improved. Example, September 19th, you instantly flipped after spotting a massive bearish SMT across multiple time frames. I think I remember that. September 19th. Psychological control. Okay, we can just, do that. Discipline. Maintain restraint during high impact events. FOMC spectating on September 17th. Also demonstrated patience. No trades despite messy price action. Handling of losses. Losses were minimal and documented with learning takeaways. You remain emotionally intact, emphasizing growth instead of frustration. Of course, there's always something to learn. Mindset and performance anxiety. By combine mock week, you acknowledge performance pressure but still executed consistently, showing psychological resilience. Notes on discipline under stress. Quantitative results, all that. Then count balance. Wow. And then we have comparison between both months. So we have August, September, trend, category. So P&L category, strong growth. Yeah, for sure. Wins and losses, slight drop in win rate, but expected with scaling. Yeah, of course, I expected that, like I said. Average RR, not consistently stacked or tracked. Yeah, that wasn't consistently tracked. I literally could not find it even through videos, so that's on me. But yeah, because I didn't think like RR was important. I didn't even know what it was, to be honest. So yeah. But for September, 2.27 over 1, improved efficiency, improved. Discipline, strong but cautious, strong even under pressure, maintained. If anything, I believe I got better, but it's ChatGPT, a little harsh always. Psychological control, anxiety present, early growth, greater composure, minor lapses, improved. So it seems like the only thing it's saying that we need to, I guess, work on is either wins and losses or discipline. I am very disciplined, but I just don't know what it means by maintain, like strong but cautious, strong even under pressure. I feel like this should say stronger because I've been way more disciplined. Like August, I scaled contracts like crazy. And of course, it doesn't know that because I didn't put that in my, my journal entries, but I know that. And my videos show that too. But yeah, so whatever. Anyway, overall, September shows higher risk tolerance, larger profits, stronger RR, and greater psychological maturity. The slight reduction in win rate reflects natural adaptation to scaling, not regression. That's facts. I'm scared. Isolated September analysis. Skill, executed consistently with larger size, scaling contracts and adapting quickly. High probability setups dominated, and losses were controlled with none exceeding combine rules. Yes, sir. Psychology managed performance anxiety during mock combine. I can't talk. While sticking to rules, losses did not derail sessions. Quantitative, I don't know what that means. Like, what do you mean quantitative? But surpassed the combine profit target, of course, while never violating max. What was it? Max loss limit, daily loss limit. Yes. Overall feedback. Okay, this is important because I know after this section, we get our green light or red light. Overall feedback. Strengths and edges. So here's my strengths and where my edges are. Pause. High win consistency and strong discipline. Clear documentation of setups, learning, and corrections. Ability to scale from micros to minis without loss of control. Strong risk-reward ratio. Progression, especially during combine week. Weaknesses, holding points. Occasional performance anxiety noted. Some entries show missed optimal trades due to hesitation of early exits or early exits. It doesn't know the fact that I'm in an assessment and I don't need to make, profits. I'm basically just still learning, but whatever. I guess I'll just have to clarify that because it keeps bringing that up. So execution mechanics with trading views still noted as an external frustration. It is. Key areas for improvement. Oh, yeah, see. We get into that point, my boy. Oh my God, I'm so scared. Continue refining SMT recognition. I think I'm really good at that now. But okay. Hey, I'm doing my best. Manage emotional swings tied to combine pressure. That definitely needs to get worked on, just in total or in general, not even combine. But improve adaptability during outsized volatility. I guess, yeah, in a sense. Here we go. Combine rule stress test. Never breached, not violated, achieved in 4 sessions. Best day under 1.5K met. I'm fucking scared, bro. I'm shaking. I'm actually shaking, bro. My right hand shaking. Evidence-based conclusion. The documented results across September, especially combine mock week, demonstrate consistent profitability, strong discipline, and rule adherence. While some psychological refinement, the data shows you can. Oh my! Let's go, boy. We like that. Come on, we just like that, bro. Come on, bro. Oh my god, bro. Let's go, bro. Let's go. Oh, yes, bro. Oh, just ignore this part. ChatGPT always does that. It's their job, but just ignore this, I guess. Oh my gosh. Dude, that's insane. While some psychological refinement remains, the data shows you can manage real combine conditions. Assessment, green light. The evidence supports readiness to begin the real combine. Oh my god, bro. I worked so fucking hard for this shit, man. Holy shit, bro. I'm getting a little emotional, my boys. Holy shit. Oh, man. Yeah, y'all saw it though. Oh my god. Fucking green light, bro. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, bro. Oh man, I worked so hard for this, bro. Y'all don't understand. I know it's like, it's probably nothing to like most people, the majority, but to me, this shit is everything, man. I could have just, I could have just jumped right into it. I could have finished up my boot camp. I could have just got the strategy and just went straight into a combine, I could have done like 30 days of demo or something and just, again, went into combine. And I could have not even used ChatGPT for all that. I worked hard for this shit, man. I work 17 hours a day, bro. It's insane. Upon like physical work, real life job, studying, homework, researching, back testing, putting hours into the charts and demo assessment and all that, putting myself under real stress tests, just pressure, just voluntary pressures. All fucking worth it. Fuck, man. I worked so hard for this. And although I worked so hard and I have the data myself and I can just go through it and look at it myself to assess whether I can do it or not, or just even go off of, myself, like, oh yeah, I'm ready. It's good to do what I just did. Have somebody analyze it, especially a bot, a robot, an AI. It goes off analytics better than a human. Holy shit, man. I worked so hard for this, man. 17 hours a day, Monday through Friday. Working Wednesdays through fucking Saturdays, man. Back testing, all that. Spending hours at this screen, documenting everything, making all these videos. I got nobody to talk to this whole time. I got no mentors. I got no teachers. I got no friends to talk to this about. I haven't gone out. I've been locked in since July. I've just been working so hard. Oh, I hate crying, bro. But it's all worth it, man. It's all worth it. Because I got the green light. I need a moment to catch myself real quick. You know, although I'm a very disciplined man, I see myself as somebody that's very strong and hyper aware in terms of internally, psychological and all that. I do have emotions, and I gotta let it out when it's times like this. It's okay to cry, Doesn't make you any less manly or whatever. It just shows that you have emotions, and it's okay. So I'm gonna gather myself real quick, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Man, barely got myself to stop crying. My eyes are all puffy now, and when I cry like this, when I cry a lot, this eye gets like smaller. So I have like some sort of lazy eye condition, I guess, but hey. So this section of the video is basically the same as the first few I made a while ago in July. In July, I made I think a couple videos of me identifying my confluences, or TGR's confluences or whatever, and followed up with that was a video called What's Next. And instead of just making two separate videos in one day and having to edit and crop and do this and that and section things out, I'm gonna just add it into one singular video. So there will be timestamps. I'll try to figure that out. But what's next, man? Oh, well, what's next? Combine, obviously. But before we get into that, I just want to talk a little bit, man. The past year, and it's been almost a full year now, things have changed in ways that I can't even express. And it's kind of a shame that only I know. And I guess I'll just have to explain that in the future somehow, of how so much has changed during this timeline. But I've gone from coming back from Texas, because I was in Texas for trade school for a welding program. I wanted to be a blue collar worker in welding because I'm just hyper aware, so, and I'm very good at things. I'm good at anything I do, and welding was a high paying job, I thought. I was in Texas for about a year, and the things I went through in Texas, I choose not to talk about with anybody. My mom doesn't know about what I went through in Texas. My sister does not know. Not even my closest friends know. Not even they know. All they know is, or all they all know is, the things I went through was hard. And just to give a sense here in context, from starving, not having money, car blowing up, heartbreak, betrayal, all that BS, just a lot of issues. And all I can say is I lost a part of myself in Texas, and that part of me stayed there. And a new version of me came here for sure. And since I came back, and I came back around July 2024, since then things have gone more downhill than up. Of course, I've had things go up, but the lows have been too low, and the highs have just been higher lows in trading terms. And it's just been hard, man. Coming back, and just the things I went through since I came back, man, just unspeakable things. People put me through things, more betrayal, just having to find myself and all that, and realizing what's more important and all that. And my mom spending like $23,000 on that school just for me to realize that it's not working out, basically my career failing before it even started. Barely worked 2 jobs at 2 different welding companies, and got fired because, well, not fired, but terminated because of temporary contracts and whatnot. Not enough experience, very low pay wages, the same amount I'm making right now. I'm making more than an entry-level welder would. And that's despite being in school for a year, having exceptional welding tests on record, you know, and just so much going on, even more like just a lot of friendship problems, family problems. I'm getting kicked out and ending up here, ending up at, Intel. Just so much has happened in the past year, let alone the 6 months since January. Or, sorry, I keep thinking it's June, but obviously the past 9 months have been hard since January, and it's been even harder since, a year and like 3 months now. Point is, I've gone through a lot in just a short amount of time. A year and 3 months is not a lot of time. And realizing that now at a young age, or at, the age I'm at, is a good skill to have. At least some sort of good, I guess, mindset. A lot of people think a year is a long time. It takes forever or whatever. It's not. A year can pass by so quick in a flash. 3 years is not a long time. 5 is a decent amount of time. Not even a lot, just decent. But man, I've worked hard, and of course I've had ups and downs these past 9 months. I've been unemployed. I've been kicked out. I've lost a lot of things. I've lost a lot of friends. I've lost a lot of, people in my life that I used to keep around. I have a really big friend group, but, it's hard to keep that maintained when you're onto something, and they choose not to do it with you. As in, they just choose not to do anything with their own lives. And it kind of puts you in a position where no one should ever put you in, Your friends should never put you in the position where you have to pick either friends or the future. And my future, my friends are everything. I care for them. I love them. That's my homies. But I can't live the rest of my life worrying about whether I can afford groceries next week or not, whether I can afford the light bill, whether I can pay for gas this week, if I can buy myself something nice, as in clothes, because it's just decent human needs, and everything's getting more expensive. It's not going to get any better anytime soon. The system is designed this way, and it's been like this for ages, for decades. And if you don't realize that now, then by the time you realize it, it might be too late. But yeah, I worked hard, man. And it just gets me choked up. Cause I worked so hard for this shit, I have a lot of people doubting me. I had a lot of people that knew about day trading, or that I wanted to do it since January. I tried to get my friends in on it. I tried a lot of things in the past. I tried drop shipping. I tried sales, like being a sales agent or whatever. Of course, I've worked that 9 to 5. I've hustled. I've even trapped out, but nothing has ever worked. And being given the opportunity like this through trading is a sign from God that my prayers are being answered. I prayed for times like this. I prayed for times where I had my own place. I prayed for times where I had my own car. I prayed for times where I had a job where I didn't have to break my back. I'm not saying I expect to get paid and lay in bed all day, but I'm not going to break my back for $18 an hour. Okay? That's how much I get paid right now. And with the way work is, it's fine. But with how the market is, with how the economy is, layoffs with Intel is getting to the point where I have to, I guess, work 3 positions almost. And if that gets to the case and I don't get this figured out soon, I won't even have time to trade because I'll be exhausted mentally, physically. I just won't have time to fit it in because of my schedule at work, all that, So, anywho, I've been doing this since basically July. I started in August, the beginning of August, like August 4th. Trading at least, but I locked back in on trading for sure during July, which is when I had the privilege to live here, be alone, not have distractions, not have to worry about whether I can go upstairs for food or not, if I'm gonna get harassed or not by my own parents or parent. Just, it's also the drive. I mean, living under your mom's house or your dad's house, whatever, you get the mindset of, oh, I can just work this 9 to 5 and save all my money all I want, as long as, oh, they want $300 for rent to help them out. That's fine. I can do that. I'll keep the rest. I can save up for a house. But when you're living alone like this, everything counts. You have to budget. You have to, just be an adult. And I wasn't raised that way, man. Tell you that. I was not raised with the things I know now. I'm still learning. And with how much I make, I'm definitely on that brink, I'm this close. If anything, adding the combine, upon the subscription and the activation fee, that together, that $200 could eat into my bills, as in like my money for bills. So it's not like I can just buy a shit ton of funded or shit ton of combines and call it a day and be happy because now I got the green light. I still have to be careful and I have to make every trade count. Because again, right now everything's great. I got the green light. I worked hard for this. And yes, I do deserve this, because I worked hard for it. I committed to it, I saw the amount of, since I learned about this shit, or started learning about it in January, I've seen so many videos, whether it's on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever. So many comments I've read. And through all of it, I've taken every single person's comment that I've learned, like their flaws, what they've learned, and just their advice. And I've pushed it all into one, Don't do this, don't do that. Do this instead, do this and that. And that gave me the advantage because it's highly expressed, highly exaggerated to not revenge trade and all that, to be disciplined, to stay committed and all this and that, not break your rules, risk management. That is highly exaggerated in this community. And I think like just hearing all that in the beginning before I even started, like around in January when I was just barely trying to get into this, was enough for me to be like, okay, I know what I'm getting into. I'm not going to get into it now, but the way I was raised definitely plays a part in why I'm so disciplined, emotional control, mental composure, all of that, all aspects psychologically, what the things I went through growing up from childhood till now, definitely. And I mean, I could put money on that, dude. I could put my soul on that, man. But definitely plays a part on it, dude. And I'm glad, although it was fucked up when I went through, but I'm glad I did go through it because it's all, paying off. Everything I've gone through since growing up is now paying off. All those things I went through in elementary, middle school, high school, all that, childhood, just finally paying off because it's become now a skill, an attribute, you know? And I thank God every day, and I still do. Every time I think about it, I thank God because, like, I prayed for this, man. I prayed for this. And I remember praying for this. I promised that given the opportunity, just give me one sign. Just one sign. Just give me one sign that this shit works. And I promise you I will commit like no other in the world. That's my words exactly. And the first week during August, just seeing how my strategy, or seeing how the strategy at the time worked, seeing how the setups played out, seeing how I could control myself, I instantly knew this shit is real. And that's it. That's it. The amount of research since then, the amount of back testing, man, the amount of back testing. I think I have officially like around, I don't know, like 500 hours. I don't know, because I trade from what, 5, 6, 7, 8, so 4 hours, and then times 40, I think. Would it be? Because 4 hours per session, and I did 40 sessions. So 4 times 40, that's 160. So 160 hours, and then including the extra 40 hours of back testing, it's 200 hours. And then the research. It's the research. Oh man, I'm probably gonna put like 50 hours on there. 250 hours of researching, back testing, trading on the market itself. That doesn't sound like a lot, and it isn't, but that's where you start at. You know, if you put 250 hours into a game, you better be decent at it. You better start learning the ropes at that point. Because if you put 250 hours in a game and you're still learning how the shoot button works, buddy, let's go back to Minecraft, okay? It's okay. You can play Roblox anytime, bro. But point is, man, just wanted to talk about that a little bit. Give you a little hindsight, I guess, a little corner back of my head, and see why I am the way I am. What makes me different from you? Simply the fact that I am more determined. I am more disciplined. I'm fully committed. And the fact that I learn things quickly because I'm hyper aware. I pick up on things like that. That's what makes me different from you. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, from here on out, I got the green light. I'm not going to lose any more trades. There are going to be losses. I'm fully prepared for that. Who do you think I am? I'm fully prepared for that, man. Oh, you're being all cocky now, talking all this jazz. Am I talking trash, or am I speaking facts? Look at my data. Look at all my videos. Look at my documents. Prove me wrong. What makes me different from you? It's the fact that I stay consistent. I stayed honest with myself, even despite the fact that I'm limited by my resources. I mean, I got a Lenovo laptop. You see how laggy it gets every time I start switching scenes and, I guess, screen recording the charts. You see how laggy it gets? Even with the camera off, it's still laggy. What makes you think I can record while I'm doing it, trading? I've already tried that. Trust me. Point is, that's what makes me better. And I will have my losses. I've already had my losses, but I will continue to have losses, and it's normal, you know? But as long as I stay where I'm at, where my level's at, you know, I don't regress. I continue to progress. I either maintain or progress. Those are my only two options. So as long as I keep doing those, I will be fine. And I'm okay with that. I'm not greedy. Those micros back in August, if I can make that much, it's not much. It's 2,500 basically At the end of the month, it's $2,500. That's a slight payout of like $1,250. That's every 2 weeks. That's just adding to my income. With how much I make right now, $2,500 plus $2,500, that's $5K a month. That'd make me happy. I wouldn't have to worry about bills for sure. I wouldn't have to worry about utilities, groceries, gas. You know, I could buy myself nice things. I could finally fully decorate this, this apartment. Although I probably shouldn't go overboard because, I only have a 12-month lease. But point is, man, I'm going to stay grounded. And I'm never going to get greedy, The only reasons I could make so much as I did this month was because I scaled to minis. It's a bigger index. So same account size too, so don't say none. I didn't even scale contracts like that this month. I only did a couple times because I was allowed to, based off of the tier of the setup. A tier, A plus tier, S tier, S plus tier, double S plus tier. I mean, I only scale when I am allowed to from my strategy. When my strategy says go ahead, when my setups go, yep, I go, okay, bet. I don't just go, why not? I want more money. Dude, there are people starving out there, man. There are people starving out there right now. Go walk downtown in your city. Go look around. Don't put on your best fit because you downtown in your city or whatever. Put on your bummiest fit and walk around. Walk on the sidewalks. Don't drive. Well, you can get there and you can drive there, but when you get there, walk. Just look around, man. 2,500 from trading and then making another 2,500 from my job. That's enough for me. But I'm gonna trade minis. Because although I am not greedy, I do know my worth. I do know what I'm capable of. And it's just not greed at that point. It's the fact that I know I can do more. And I know my potential. And that's what others are scared of when they look at me. They get to know me. And when they get to know me enough, they realize how I am. Okay, this guy is not playing jokes. He's capable of this. He's doing that. Potential. My potential is so high, I couldn't even explain it. And the people around me hate that fact because simply I am better. I might not be good at some things, of course. I'm not good at everything. I can't fix that air filter if I wanted to. I would have to watch a video on that and then be like, damn, I don't even know how to do this. Fuck that. I can't fix this fridge. But what I can do is set up that fish tank, from start to finish. What I can do is learn day trading in 2 months, be able to get the green light during my demo assessment, pass my mock-up combine week, all to get my green light, to get the real combine test. I haven't even passed the real combine. But I'm ready to do it. So, is my eye still bugging? Okay, we good now. Without making this video any longer than it needs to be, it's 1 hour now. I don't know when these are all gonna get published. All I know is my friends and my family know about my YouTube. And when you guys stumble upon this, I've talked to 2 of you now. I've talked to 2 of my close friends, and I've given you the same guide that I went through. It took me 9 months, essentially, from January till now. It took me 9 months, essentially, to get here. That's because I wasn't consistent, I wasn't committed, I wasn't dedicated, and I had no passion for this. I've said this multiple times to you too, and you know who you are if you're watching this. You have the ability, my friend. You have the ability to do this so quick. Boot camp takes 1.8 months if you watch one video a day. Doing the demo assessment like this, as you can see, takes 2 full months. 3.8 months is all it takes for you to get to this spot if you just have the same mindset. And obviously you're not going to have the same psychological skills that I do. We just aren't like that. But you can form your own. You can learn on your own through market experience. That's all it takes. I said this once and I'm going to say it again. And that's just for anybody else watching. All my day ones are not getting a handout. I'm going to be there. But you will not be celebrating my accomplishments with me because simply you doubted me. You didn't do it with me. You doubted me. And you just didn't see my potential. Envying and all that. I don't like that. So although you are my friend, you're just not that close with me. And that's okay. I wish the best for you. But get to the point now. I'm ready. I'm ready for sure, man. I got the knowledge. I got technically like 160 hours of market experience so far in real time. And sorry, me and my melatonin gummies. It's about that time, but yeah, man. Work hard, you know? Stop getting distracted. I don't even play games anymore, bro. That's how I know I'm like of course I play games. I have night shift. I don't do nothing at night. There's nothing open at night. I can't go do nothing. I can't go do nothing I need to do. I have to wait on my days off to do something. And if it's really important, I have to wake up early in mornings like this when I still have work at night. I play like 2 hours of games. That's it. I think I have like 20 hours max in total bi-weekly on Steam right now. All those extra hours you put into playing the game, Roblox, other games, Minecraft, Brawl, whatever, Call of Duty, whatever it is. You put in all those hours into those games and you can't put the same hours into this? Sure, you don't know if it's going to work. Am I not proof to you at least? Do you really, sorry, I stuttered, but do you really, do you really, I can't exaggerate this enough, but you fucking seriously need bank statements from me for you to go, oh, okay, I'll do it. At that point, bro, just don't even try. What? At that point, I'm going to be so worried about making my own money and all that. I'm not going to be answering no questions. Yo, bro, how'd you figure this out? Figure it out on your own. I didn't have nobody to help me. I had ChatGPT to help me when I needed help. I had Reddit pages, buddy. I read forums on Forex Factory because I was bored and I just wanted to learn more. What are you doing? Playing Roblox? Neighbors 17 plus mic up? Bro. Hey. You live and you learn. But enough on that, man. Just work hard, you know. Just take that risk. You never know what's going to happen. If I had started this in January, finish boot camp, started in January, start boot camp in January, right? Finish boot camp in near end of February. Start this demo assessment thing in March or whatever, ending it off in April, the end of April. I could have been doing my combine, my actual combine. I could have been depends on where I would be at, but I could have been actually doing my combine around May. That means I would have been 5 months into this. Yeah. Who knows what I could have missed out on. the opportunities and the chances, you know. But life didn't allow that at that time, and I didn't allow myself even. So just take that risk. You never know, man, whether it's drop shipping or not, e-commerce or whatever it is, high ticket sales, land brand scaling or something like that. Just even futures, just do it, man. Just do it. Just go in on it, bro. The worst that could happen is you failed trying. Would you rather fail trying or fail by not doing it at all? Because you still fail by not doing it. You didn't start. You had the idea. You looked it all up. Oh, maybe I should start it. I'll start this time. I'll start in a week. And then you don't. You failed. You didn't start in a week because you decided I'm scared. I had the same mindset. And I hate myself for it. Well, not really. I don't hate myself. That's a strong word. I am disappointed in myself for sure. Because if I had started this in January and finished it in May and whatnot, and started in May, my combine and all that, I could have been making decent money, you know. I wouldn't have to be worrying about all this. I could have been learning a lot more. I would be at a farther rate than I am now. But that's FOMO talking as well. And in trading terms, that's bad, you know. So we got to work with what we got now and do our best. So enough talking. That's enough talking from me. This is a very important video. This is maybe number one, honestly. Especially, definitely. But I worked hard for this shit, man. I work like 17 hours a day, bro. That's not even like including back testing days. So, but anywho, it's all worth it. So what now? What's next? Well, so we do have that gap week. Whoa. Crypto is rising. Where's my calendar? Oh, okay. So we do have that gap week, as you guys see. It's right here and then right here. We have that gap week, and I was gonna use it for, you know, in case I didn't make today's winning trade, and, you know, basically passing my mock-up combine test. But I need to hit the nick and get a refresher. All right, I'm back. So to make this part short so we don't make this any longer than it needs to be, with damn, why did my CPU just go up? Oh, I guess I could close this out. Google uses your RAM like it's no tomorrow. Same with Xbox app. I don't know why that's open. Anyway, just to make this part short and not make this video any longer than it needs to be, yeah. So I was intending to make next week my my backup week in case we failed to meet profit targets this week, or in case I lost a trade. But since I passed my own mock-up combine week, I'm gonna take a break. It's a well-needed break. I'm mentally exhausted, emotionally exhausted. I haven't had any social interaction for a minute since July 4th, and that was like, you know, when I went to the beach with all my friends and all that. And right now my friend group is definitely a little distant, and I just need to pull that together, you know. It's that point in life, you know, when everybody's in their 20s, and this is kind of a make it or break it moment for us. And as good as I am doing, and as selfish as I could be, you know, whatever it is, I could be a total asshole and just disregard them and be like, well, I'm doing great. I'm literally about to take a combine test and try my best to pass. And then what if I do pass, you know? Then I would totally just be like, screw them. I don't care. So, you know, with this week coming up and it being free, I am going to trade. Trust me. Although I learned very quick, I've been working on this too, by the way. I've realized this since I was like 16, but I've been trying to get better at retention. and which is just retaining that skill. Because like if I do it for, I've been doing it for 2 months and then I take a week off, I feel like I could miss out on how price action is going, how it's moving, where liquidity zones possibly are and all that, you know. I just don't want to miss out on anything that's possibly important and could ruin my, you know, my real combine test coming up in 2 weeks. So yeah, I don't know how October is going to go, but I do know there are the second rate cuts are in play, so they will be coming in October. So I don't even know what day it's on. Let's just hope I can pass that mock-up, or not mock-up, sorry. Let's just hope I can pass that combine test before rate cuts, because I don't know how that'll affect me. I don't know what will happen or anything. But I think as long as I just stay with what I'm doing, stay disciplined and not trade on that day, then I'll be straight. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, I got a lot of things to do this week. I just want to, you know, I don't have to do these trade journal entries. I will do trade journal entries for my combines. Don't worry. I'm going to continue that. It'll just be a whole different session, or a whole different section. It'll no longer be assessment. It'll just be combine or something. Or maybe I'll do the combine separately. And then if I pass, then I'll continue documenting, like, you know, just trade recaps here and there for my XFAs. But we'll see. You know, I have to decide that. And that's what I have the extra week for. I have an extra check this October because I get paid bi-weekly. So I have an extra check, and you already know, man, that's going straight to you know where. I've taken care of everything. I've handled documents with the car. I've handled everything with here. I've done my best to conserve my money as best as possible. I mean, I eat microwaved meals. Oh, why not just go buy pots and pans? I'm conserving money. Why would I go buy pots and pans when I could eat microwave meals, spend like $120 every 2 weeks? That lasts me another 2 weeks for meals. I did get an air fryer, so it's still the same amount though. But yeah, the point is, you know, everything's lining up great, and last September did not go so well. Around this time, actually, I got fired from my first welding job after coming back, and everything since then just went downhill, even with like friends and like, you know, group finances and whatnot. And ever since then, everything has been going downhill. I mean, if anything, we started up here, we were on top of the world, we felt like, and we ended up here by like December, and then now we're like right here. But that point where I just pointed, this was all of us. But now it's like some of them here, and now it's like me here, some of them here. It's just all over the place. But not to spoil everybody's business. That's why I didn't name drop. But yeah, this week coming up, man, I just gotta, you know, I need some social interaction for sure. I need to go out, man. I need to go out. I need to have some fun. You know, I feel like I'm being really loud. I can hear myself echoing. Hello? But I just need some social interaction, you know, like I'm 21, man. And I'm not going to go clubbing or something. I'm probably just going to kick it, you know, like hang out with my friends and talk to them, catch up and see how they doing in life. There is one motherfucker I need to talk to for sure, bro. But I'll get to that. Anyway. Yeah, so that's next. So this week coming up, it's going to be my break week. I guess I'm taking a paid leave or something. I'm on PTO. I racked up enough overtime hours, and it's time to take my PTO for the entire week next week. I'll still be working at Intel, obviously, but, you know, just trading. I'm still going to be trading. I'm just not going to be documenting it because I'm just going to be doing it just for the love of the game, man. I'll be taking a break mentally, emotionally, get better sleep for sure. I have at least 3 weeks worth of sleep debt right now. Man, if I tell y'all the amount of times I went to sleep with 3 hours of sleep within a whole week. But hey, you got to do what you got to do, man. You got to do what you got to do. But yeah, so with that being said, this is my short week at work. So this is my last day of work for this week. I'm off tomorrow morning technically. And yeah. I'm going to miss this, man. October 6th. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 days. You guys will see me in 10 days. Wow. Dude. Crazy, bro. I haven't had a day where I don't like, you know, document or I'm not on camera or something. So it's going to feel weird, but I'm going to try to enjoy it, you know. Day trading is going to be a little different as well. Cause then I'm just not documenting it, and I don't have to do it in terms of like for assessment or anything. Although I could add it to assessment. That's actually a good take, but there's no point. I finished up my 2 months and I'm gonna just take my rest. I'm still trading, but maybe I'll just experiment during these trades and see what works and what doesn't. I have something that works though. I have a strategy that works, setups that work. My knowledge is on point. My experience is decent. There's no point in moving anything anywhere, because if I do, it could fuck everything up, you know, like the domino effect or like Jenga. So yeah, I'm just going to be experimenting for fun, just for the love of the game. But yeah, I got a lot to do this week coming up, man. I got a lot of free time in terms of like, you know, not doing this. I'll be doing my best to just, you know, enjoy life for what I've been missing out on. And I just miss my friends, man. I just miss my friends. I miss hanging out with them. I miss being fucking stupid with them, man. You know, because you can be the richest man on earth, but money is nothing, because, well, I mean, money is everything to me, at least. Like, man, I would be happy with 100K right now. Give me 100K. You will see the biggest smile, bigger than Joker's. But what's the point of having all that money if you don't have friends by your side? It's the support, you know? And they a little slow in the head, but again, this is a make it or break it moment for the group, in my opinion. But that's my personal issues, and I got to figure that out. So let's keep it professional. So yeah, that's pretty much it, man. It feels so weird. I feel like I'm saying goodbye or something, but it's more like a farewell. See you guys in like 10 days. Taking a little vacation. Obviously, it's going to be like instant for y'all, but, you know, just click next episode or some shit. But for me, it's going to be 10 days. 10 full days. 24 times 10. Isn't that 22,400 hours? No. I'm tripping, aren't I? My math is always off. 24 times 10. 240 hours. That's 240 hours free. Damn. That is an extra 240 hours I could add. But that's like full though. Like that's not accounting the part where I have to sleep, work, eat, piss, all that. Anyway, I'm stalling. I'm just I can't believe it, bro. I did it, bro. Oh my god. Green light, boys. We got that green light. Oh my gosh, dude. This is crazy, bro. Oh man. I get my extra check this 3rd. So that means I'll have time. So by the time I get paid on the 3rd, I can use that check for the 6th. I'm going to be doing some research again, obviously, over this week, the next 10 days, trying to figure out how fundeds work and all that, because I'm at that point now. And it's time to go over the journal, or my notebook, you know, my day trading notebook. So I hope I didn't miss out on anything, man. I did P&L calendar tracker, trading journal entry for today, analysis. Yeah, we got the green light and the little talking session. What's next? Yeah, that's it, man. It's currently 10:25 a.m. Sorry, I don't know why that's my background. Let me be a little cooler. It's currently 10:25 a.m. I'll see you guys on October 6th, man. Stay safe, stay hungry, work hard.